Howdo, it's time to turn this gorgeous chunk of pew into a guitar body.
There we go, that's what we were looking for, is those nails.
So here we go, one massive piece of Church Pew. It's quite heavy at the minute because it's thicker than it needs to be, and there's some extra lumps on the back. So we need to try and very delicately take off these extra chunks without ripping holes through the front. So we need to pry that off. This is the support for the backrest that it didn't flex. That might be dug into the wood. So sometimes wiggling works well. Let's see if we can move this piece. It's just trying to suss out which piece is attached to which piece. Can I just pull a section off like that? That's got a nail in there. So I'm just going to pry that off. That's actually pulled the nail through there, which is okay. One section down, right, so then this is recessed down into here. So that's good, because it means it's a good piece of joinery. It seems to be moving okay. Gently as she goes. I don't mind if I put a couple of dents and scores in this surface, because I'm going to be removing a lot of this top surface anyway. There we go. Right. So that's one section off.
Okay. Next one.
There we go. That's what we were looking for, is those nails. There we go. That's it. Lovely. So we've got these three nails here that obviously will need to be removed. We'll sort that out in a minute. Let's turn our attention to this big lump. Now we can see on this one that thankfully this isn't attached via the front edge of the entire lump. It's just got this support screws. Now it's just trying to work this piece out. And there we are. So time to remove these great big nails. So I'm going to see if I can just chip away some of this filler. So we've revealed the nail head there. That's enough that it poked it into there. Well, exactly what I didn't want to happen. So you can see we've had a few fibres chip off. I mean, that's really easily done with this effectively pitch pine. So I'm going to push those in, and we'll see if we can get the rest of the nail out without disturbing them anymore. See if we can push these back into where they naturally sit. Once we've filled the holes in, that will sand pretty flat and almost invisible. Obviously, we don't want these holes to stand out like a sore thumb, but they are part of the original piece of wood that this guitar's been made of. And we've very specifically chosen this piece of Church Pew to build the guitar out of. So that means it comes with its little foibles, and they're part of the guitar. They're part of the essence of the whole body of the guitar. So yes, I want them to be super neat and tidy and really kind of delicate. You know, we're not just going to use chewing gum to fill the hole up, but they are a part and parcel of it. So if they're slightly visible at the end, that's okay. Right, okay, so I thought I'd cut out the little template that we made last time just to see where things lie. So I've put a temporary center line on here, and it is important that I get this section central, not
move it up there or move it down there because I want it central so that that cross is central on the back of the guitar. So laying this on, yeah, this section's going to need a bit of sorting out. This is where we just took the nails out. And up here, this hole crosses over this section. Now this is going to have some carving on it, so I don't mind too much if actually some of this gets taken out and we put a fresh piece on for carving on top anyway. That wouldn't be such a tragedy. On this bottom edge, again, we're going to get away with it on here. You're not going to see a great deal because that's all going to be painted black. Result. Time to get the glue stick out. So now the template's stuck on, it's time to cut that out. And it dawned on me that I haven't cut this out with the old saw and chisel for a very long time. Time to go old school. Oh, the smell, it's just beautiful. And within about 20-25 minutes, we've got the guitar rough shaped out. Very little noise, no dust, no masks needed, no eye protection, no hearing aids all over the place. And we've got the guitar shaped roughly how we want it. Now, am I avoiding power tools on this build completely? No, I'm not. But what I am doing is enjoying the process of using hand tools. I absolutely love hand tools. I also love going out for rides. Real Rider, a crash detection system that tells the nearest paramedics that I've had a little whoopsie, I'm on the other side of the hedge and I can't get up. Download yours from your app store now, whether that's Android or Apple. Always ride protected. It's really simple to use. Simply open the app, press start and put it in your pocket. It's there, it's on, it's with you all the time. Now we all want a guardian angel on our shoulder, but this one goes straight in the pocket. Now pretty much at this point we're going to get rid of Thor's chisel because it's just massive. What we don't want to do is the full width of that chunk of wood all in one go when we're trying to be a little bit more delicate and get closer to line. So instead I've got one that covers about thirds of the guitar, so I can go in, and as long as I keep the chisel flat and not let it twist one way or the other, then I can come in and I can follow that white line on the paper as best as I can. And as I'm going downhill like that, I'll have the bevel up because I can keep that controlled. At any point I can drop my hand or I can dig in further. I have complete control over that. When we're getting down here and it starts to level off, I'll turn the bevel so it's downwards. So again, I've got more levering action against that edge of the bevel. Let me show you. So at any point, if I feel that's digging in too far, I can start lowering my hand and straight away that's going to come out. If I use it bevel up at this point, it's only ever going to want to dig further and further in, which works well here. It doesn't work well here. So again, simple rule number one with all chisel work, always chisel downhill. Realistically, once you start getting to end grain, cutting through with the chisel is less productive because the grains just want to bounce together rather than slice or cut. So we come through with the almighty Shinto saw rasp. And of course, every now and again you can pick up a different tool and try that.
Beautiful. Right, now then, this is where hand tools get a little bit trickier. Along all of these edges, you can see where it's very easy to go downhill in relation to all the wood grain that's going that way on. You go from there, you go from there, you go from there. Really, really simple. This gets trickier because actually downhill means going that way, and you're not going to get a chisel in there to carve that way on, and the same to go in that way as well. But not completely impossible, because what we need to realize is that these horizontal lines also exist that way on, so downhill is also going in there. So what we can do is get a gouge chisel out and start going downhill literally that way in small increments until you can work your way through. So we've got a deep gouge and a slight gouge. Between the two of those, we should be able to get the majority of this excess off. So from now, I can just go in there and start chipping bits off. Very, very satisfying.
Now, if you want to know more about wood grain and carving and chisels and all those kind of things, check out this video here. It's my second ever YouTube video, so persevere with the quality, but the content in there is absolutely brilliant and hopefully makes sense of everything that we've done today. And then watch the next one and the next one and the next one. Until next time, God bless, sharpen your tools. I'll see you soon.